I really want to do Facebook, but it's not letting me do it. I'm going to have to call tech support and say, hey, what up? So I don't know what's up there, but hopefully we're casting to. Cool, we are casting to um, YouTube. Awesome. Wonder if I can cast anywhere else. That's pretty cool. I don't have a Twitch. Twitter, meh. Let's do Instagram. Server URL. Oh God, that's a lot. No, I think we're gonna skip that because I think they said you have to do that on a computer. How is everybody today? It is Sunday. We have had a lot of orders. I have a lot of orders on both accounts to ship. And in case you don't know, we have multiple eBay accounts. Two of them are clothing only. One of them is about $200,000 a year, which was the goal. And one of them is, I don't really know, but we started at zero. We're almost at the 4 month date. And we've done really well on that one. We started with absolutely zero. We sold a couple things that we had around the house that we weren't using to get $50. We took the $50 and bought things for this account. I thought I had an offer. I do. I have two open offers. So that's the account that I'm starting on. We're going to respond to offers. I'm going to move this just a little bit. Everything's a mess. My God. I'm at the home office. Everything is a mess because we're opening a store. We're opening a store. It's going to be a vintage t-shirt store. So I have a Red Sox jersey, women's Dustin Pedroia. It's listed at $34.29. Somebody offered $30. We're going to accept that offer. So everything is a complete wreck right now because I've bought extra inventory for the past several months. Haven't I, Betsy?
Yes.
She's ready to kill me. Taking my vitamins. So I've bought a lot of extra inventory. So the extra inventory is everywhere because we can't move it to the store that we've already rented. We have a nice big storefront. We've already rented it. Can't move anything in until we do a change of occupancy according to the city. So before it was, let's say, a meeting place or a gathering place. So there was lots of people that could come in. It should be easier to go to a retail where you don't have as many people in. It's not. It's actually very difficult. So that's been a process of, I think, over a month that we've been waiting for and waiting for and waiting for. Okay, now we have a Ralph Lauren. This is on the second account, which is, if you look at on YouTube at the videos, you'll see the Zero to Hero series. This is that account. We had a really good weekend. We've had a really good week actually on this account. This is a Ralph Lauren. It's a white dress shirt that I always tell Betsy, people always want white dress shirts, right, Bets?
Uh-huh.
So we have an offer, and on this account, I tend to take less on offers. I'll accept offers that are lower, in other words, so we can make that money, fill up the bank, start getting better items, which we have indeed started doing. So that one was listed for $24.99. I just took an offer for $15 because we'll make a little bit on shipping. Yeah. So from last week, my goal is basically to sell items and not have items that sit around. So the goal is always to sell, make a profit, even if it's just a smaller profit than I like to get on the other accounts, just to turn and start building and building and building this account, which we've done. We started it less than 4 months ago. And like I said, started with $50. And now I can tell you, just at a glance, Well, I'm trying to glance and it's not showing me the. There it is. Just at a glance, we have over 26,000, over almost 27,000 worth of product right now. And that's including a lot of it's on sale. So we have a lot of stuff at 30% off, 50% off, and we still have 26,000, almost $27,000 in business value that we've accrued over not quite 4 months. So that's pretty darn good. Especially when a lot of people are getting off of eBay. A lot of people are throwing up their hands saying, we just can't sell stuff. We're not making any money. And they're getting off. And during the last 4 months that's been happening, we started this store and have built it from $0, literally, into $50 to buy inventory. And now we have a store that is worth, has a value of over $27,000 when you think of all the inventory we have. And also, I think our bank account is up to almost $1,500. So awesome, right? I wanted to do that so I could show, yeah, you can do this. You can actually, start a store when everybody else is jumping off and quitting. You could actually start it and actually grow it to the point where it's a great side hustle, an additional source of income, or also it is a single source of income if you want to go full time. So this is a Vans shirt, adult, large, and nothing special. Keywords we use: skateboarding and skater and pullover. Just a Vans striped shirt. Vans doesn't sell for a lot of money, but man, it sells consistently. People love that brand, huh, Bats? So we're going to make money on shipping. It sold for $11, which I mean, literally, we probably paid $1 for it. I would say the most we paid for that is $2. I'm looking like this a little bit because I'm having to look around this, so I'm going to move that just a little bit. You see all the boxes out there, guys? Where are they? There. See all those boxes? That's because we can't move. I never finish the story. This is what I do with my ADD. We can't move anything into our new building for our brick and mortar store. And we don't want to get another warehouse or another storage unit because, I mean, we have a store, but we can't move anything in until we get our occupancy permit, our change of occupancy approved. Because they said, when Dre went down to City Hall or whatever, they were like, "Oh, don't move anything in there, because if you move anything in there before you have the occupancy approved, then they'll fine you $500 a day or something." So all of our stuff is literally filling up. How many storage units do we have? 4 total storage units. We have 4 storage units. We have a huge trailer. We have a 2-car garage. It's a big garage that is completely full. We have in our sunroom at our house is completely full of stuff. And as you can see, the living room of our house is overflowing. The poor civet up here, that's a civet. He is having totally like claustrophobia because there's stuff everywhere out in that room. Okay, so the Vans shirt sold for $11. These are eBay sales that I'm showing you, by the way. Hey, everybody, welcome. We're kind of doing this to get a feel of doing a live sale on the bins. Thebins.net is where I'm casting this from. So when we do our live sales, which we have, as you can see, a lot of stuff for live sales, tons. And we're going to get more because when we get into this storefront, we're going to have people, we're going to be buying stuff all the time. We're going to have people bringing stuff to us. So our auction presence and live sales is going to increase drastically, but we're not doing that until we get our store open. So, waiting on the city is like, it's like I tell Drea, it's like pushing a rope. How do you push a rope? You don't. Hey, Bobby, how are you? I am glad to see you here. How are you doing in Ohio? So, Bobby, I'm going to tell a little secret. Uh, she thrifts in Ohio and it goes to the bins there. And they had that thing where you buy spots in the bins, right? Like you have to, oh shoot, I didn't write down what that was. Vans striped shirt. They were trying that out where, you pay so much and you get first crack at the bins. So she was, went to a bins, shopped at one of her bins that did that. And I think from what she said, they are cutting that. So I think that's good because I kind of like Goodwill getting as little money as possible. That's just my thing. Mikey Bags and Money, he's a friend of mine, and he did a video lately, and I haven't watched it yet because I've been busy. But he said the Goodwill is the most hated thrift store. Is that true? Is Goodwill the most hated thrift store? What do you think, Betsy?
Goodwill is the most hated?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you're more on social media more than I am to know.
I think, it came from Mikey Bags of Money.
I like Goodwill.
So, yeah, but that doesn't mean, just because you like the store doesn't mean you like the company or because we love the employees at the Goodwills.
Yeah.
Let's not get it twisted. I wonder how much this weighs. We have started putting in the weights because what we do is we always, what doesn't have a weight, Betsy? God, fun it. We started putting in the weights. So, not our weights. Let's not get it twisted. We started putting in the weights because it's hard to guess, and we do a lot of right now because of where everything is everywhere. We do a lot of shipping labels without weighing the stuff. So we've started. God dang, I'm having problems today with my brain. Coffee, more coffee. They have. I have to guess at weights a lot. So a lot of stuff is not a problem, but some stuff like Alfred Dunner. This is Alfred Dunner. Did I even tell you what the last thing I was that sold? Probably not. Croft and Barrow shirt, white Croft and Barrow dress shirt. Like I said, dress shirts always sell. Alfred Dunner sweater. This is a really cool sweater. It is like patchwork. It's 3X. Blue sleeves, and then it has like a rust color, light like a tan color, and then a darker tan color. So it's all kind of mixed up, kind of like a color block. So Bobby says, about ready to do your first Poshmark live. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, I'm glad Goodwill. Your Goodwill bins is going back to normal. I don't think, at first I was like, well, since I'm kind of handicapped because of my knees, I was like, well, maybe that'll be good for me. I won't have to, fight in amongst people with my walker. And then I was like, yeah, and I have to pay Goodwill more money. I don't want to do that. Nobody wants to do that. They haven't gone back to it. Yeah. Oh, God. The people at Goodwill, the employees are great. So Betsy, no, was it? Yeah, Betsy, you drove somebody because we've been driving. The girls have been driving since we're trying to kill time, right? Our store's not open. So we had a store before. We're changing it a little and adding the vintage t-shirts and the clothes to it that we do. But like that's a loss of a big chunk of income. So they've started to drive for Lyft or Uber because they're bringing in money then. And as far as Drea, she was going nuts. She was going nuts. Sorry, I have to write down what this is. So this Alfred dinner sold for $24.49, which is great because it's awesome. But we also got $12.99 shipping on it. So that is a good thing. Uh, so Betsy was out driving too because, in the off times, it's fun to have something to do. Plus, it keeps your mind off the wait, which has been crazy. Um, Sorry if I'm distracted. Of course, I am, as always. Um, so Betsy said she gave somebody a ride when she was lifting, and they used to work at Goodwill. So our Goodwills here are really cool. The employees, most of them are great. I mean, we have tipped our employees at Goodwill. I mean, Drea is like close personal friends with the lady who works at the Benz who grew up apostolic Pentecostal like she did. So we are always making friends with people. But Betsy drove somebody who used to work for the Goodwills locally, which uh, I think every area of Goodwill, like the Pacific Northwest or Oregon, has a certain, whatever organization that runs all the Goodwills. So here, the one that runs here is, um, we know that the Goodwill people who work at the bins in North Carolina here, they cannot shop at their store, right? She's not listening. So they cannot shop at their particular store. They are not supposed to. But she talked to someone who worked at, say hello, Betsy.
Hi.
Hello, Betsy. She talked to someone who worked at the normal stores here, the Goodwills, and they said that they weren't allowed to buy anything.
They said
Hello.
it had to be on the floor for 1 hour. It had to be priced and out on the floor for 1 hour.
Yeah, so they had to price the item and it had to be out on the floor available to all customers for an hour. And what did he say?
He said there were semi trucks, in the back, and like they were never hurting for merchandise, so none of them ever followed that rule.
So basically, they were breaking the rule. So it's supposed to be out on the floor for an hour before an employee can buy it. They were not doing that, which is, that's cheating. That's not fair, right?
That makes me want to go work at Goodwill.
Do you hear her? It makes her want to go work at Goodwill. Naughty. So yeah, that's the thing. And he told her as well that he made all sorts of money from the stuff that he sold on eBay that he used to find at Goodwill.
He said that was his favorite job, but now he's working for a landscape company, so maybe he wasn't doing that well at it.
Maybe he wasn't buying the right stuff to sell. Yeah, so now he's working for a landscape company, she says, but he was doing really well, but breaking the rules. I think anybody who breaks the rules at Goodwill should be fired. I actually think that employees of thrift stores should not be able to buy anything from the thrift store that they work for anywhere. And a Goodwill employee should not be able to buy from any Goodwill anywhere because I think that just is too easy of a way for people to break the rules, scam the system, as he obviously did. I sold these Liz Claiborne pants. I mean, we probably got these for a quarter or 50 cents. They're golf pants sold for $5.59. Now, not that that's a good thing, but I paid like $4.50, $5 for shipping, and I charged $10.99 for shipping. So on these items, whenever we sell them really low, we're still making money, and we're also making money on shipping because we add to it. I'm not sure if those are blue or black, so I'm going to say blue or black. Yeah, as a matter of fact, hopefully they have a deadline of Wednesday the 25th to get back to us. I think they're going to take the city, I think they're going to take every single day that they can to delay us and delay us and delay us. I hate that. I hate that. Our goodwill is like a couple days wait for employees. That's good. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. Having multiple businesses, yes. I've been doing business for, oh my God, 32 years. More than that as far as part time, but full time in business for 32 years. I know most of you didn't even realize I was 32, right? Uh, but I have realized that multiple streams of income is good. I mean, even if you own a McDonald's, right? I mean, what happens if, God forbid, your McDonald's burns to the ground or something? Having multiple streams of income is smart because it protects you in various different economies. My grandpa, I kind of learned that from my grandpa because of the Great Depression. He jumped around to a lot of different things in his life, from being a painter to having a peach orchard to having a grocery store uh, back in the 50s to having a blacktop asphalt paving company. So he did a lot of different things and he invested in the stock market and everything else. This is a Red Bud sweatshirt. It is a motocross racing hoodie from 2018, sold for $20. Now, these, when I get these, I literally don't pay more than a few bucks for them. All the t shirts and hoodies that I get, probably 95% of them, I pay between $1 and $4 for, $3 for. So it's probably going to be, sorry guys, I'm trying to kind of guesstimate the weight. Now, if we're wrong on the weight, they will charge us through eBay, which is fine. Again, made a couple bucks on the shipping. If we're wrong on the weight, they just will add it, and eBay will charge us, and that's fine. Usually, I think I'm pretty accurate with my figures. Sometimes even I'll go over what it is. I'll say like 12 ounces, and it's only 8. Black Red Bud hoodie. I wanted to talk about one more thing. We had, it's really weird, not this last Thursday, but the Thursday before, on our 7,500 item store, we had one sale, $29.99. Views were down. I mean, everything was down. It was crazy. And it was like someone just turned off the switch. Like someone just said, okay, lights out on this account. The other accounts that we have on eBay were fine. But this one account just completely shut down. Completely shut down. So, and that was just like, that has never happened on that account. So that was last Thursday. So this past Thursday, same thing. Sales came in the evening finally, but like all day long, and it was a very slow day, even though sales came in eventually late. It was like everything shut off. And you say that to people, and people always are like, oh, yeah, it's slow for me. Oh, yeah, I think it's the economy. Oh, yeah, I think it's the election. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Sales, like on this account, let me go and show you what sales are on this account. Sales on this account are not down. From last month, sales on this account are up 73.8% as of today. So our sales are up 73.8% over last month. right? So that's not the economy, or I think on the other account they're up every month. As we grow that account, it's their sales are up between 15 and 40%. So when I say it's like sales just shut off today, people, some people are always say, "Oh yeah, it's the economy, it's the," no, that's not what it is. You're not reading the situation here, because what it is something actually technically uh, has happened, and the account is just the listings seem to be just invisible. It's like if a faucet's running and running and running, and then suddenly the faucet gets turned off. That's what it is. It's not an economy issue, because sales overall have been up consistently. But on a 7,500 item store, actually more than 7,500 items, you don't have days where you have no sales unless something's wrong. Especially if you know how to price things, which we do. So I almost wonder, and I've heard people say that eBay's on several different servers and stuff, but I almost wonder if sometimes they're doing maintenance, or they're adding things, and like adding features, and some accounts just get completely hidden. It's crazy. It's crazy to think that, because that costs eBay money too. But we all know and have known for a while that, I'm sorry if you work for eBay, but eBay's customer service and tech support kind of is lacking, I guess I would say. I'm switching accounts now. So that account, we had what, 7 orders? I'm telling you guys, we have orders. This is great. We have orders on eBay, multiple eBay accounts. We have orders on Poshmark. We have orders on Depop. We have orders on um what's the other one? Mercari, which we never used to get orders on Mercari. So it's been fantastic. We're getting orders coming in on the bins.net, which is our marketplace that we run. If you sign up for the bins.net, uh, oh, come on, it's frozen. It's frozen. You can get a 5% listing fee. We've had these shoes forever. We have them at $21, but I've had them on sale like forever. Somebody offered 10. They are Bellini 8W red leather slip-on shoes. I'm going to take the $10 and get them out of here. Sometimes it's just time to get rid of stuff. So there is another sale. So if you join the bins as a seller, if you get approved, you get 5% fees through October, which I might extend that. I'm not sure, but coming into a fourth quarter, yeah. And the bins has a different clientele, which is cool. I've noticed people over there that, I've sold stuff over there that, are not my regular buyers. They're new buyers. So that is awesome. It's awesome to be selling stuff to new people. Plus, if you are a reseller, we are going to do many, 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 many uh, live sales on the bins.net coming up. That's kind of why I wanted to try this out today. We're going to be doing a lot of them to get rid of stuff, because as you can see those boxes? Like everything is full. Every place that we possibly have to put stuff is full to overflowing. So we're going to be doing some good deals and getting rid of stuff. This is a Ted Baker shirt. I think we've had it for quite a while, just a Ted Baker polo. It is a golf shirt, not neat, exciting design. It's polka dots. We ended up selling it for $15, which is kind of cheap for Ted Baker. But again, we've had it for a while. It sold, and also we made a few bucks on shipping. By the way, the bins.net, that's the only place where you can get our wholesale lots. Because we do wholesale lots, but we are only putting them there from now on. Like we have right now, we just have t-shirt lots and Apple Watch band lots, but we get a lot of wholesale stuff in. We've just been so easy. What is this? Dark polka dots. We've been so busy, like getting this store ready. We had to move from our other store. That's a long story. We didn't have, it was a different business. So we had to pack that store up and move it into storage. And now we can't move into the new store, even though we have a lease. We're good to go because we have to get that damn occupancy approved, change of occupancy. So anyway, Ted Baker, that is 15. We've been doing this for a while. I think that we've talked about a lot of stuff. I think I'm going to just go through and tell you some of the stuff that sold and what it sold for. We have some exciting sales, guys. I am not pulling your leg. We are doing really good. Sales on this account are up at this point, even with the god awful days we had on Thursdays. I still can't believe that one Thursday, $29.99. One thing sold and shipping was $9.99. So we actually had a $20 sale that day. It was horrible. So we're doing okay, not great, but we are up to the $100,000 mark on this store. Now, what I mean by that is, our current sales put us at $100,000 a year. It's not that we've gone over 100,000 so far this year, but our 90-day sales are up well above 25,000 now for the last 90 days. So if you multiply that out, it puts us above 100,000 for the year, which was the goal. They are up the last 31 days, even with those two really bad Thursdays. Sales on this account are up 11.1% from last month. And last month, we had a really good month. So sales are consistently up on this account. We are consistently doing well. We've already done 7 orders. I probably have 15 orders on the other platforms, and we have 20 on this eBay account. So it's been a pretty good couple days. And today it's only 3:00, so we're not near done for the day. Somebody got a sweet deal. We had a sale. We have sales on eBay. We have sales on all the platforms, and you will not find anything usually cheaper than we put it on the bins.net, where you can also leave offers. But North Face sweatshirt, women's quarter zip, $4.89 on eBay. Sold for $4.89. I think shipping was probably $14.99, so they did pay a little more for that. But yeah. I got scam. Okay. Somebody that I follow on Whatnot is doing an auction right now. Vintage Arnold Palmer Robert Bruce sweater. Okay. I like finding stuff like this because if I find something and it just looks like it's old or it's a good material, I'll run a quick check of comps for it. Sometimes I just grab it and don't do comps because I have a feeling. This was one of those alpaca wool, sold for $38.40 plus shipping. Air Jordan pants, youth, sold for $24.99, which is good. This sold almost immediately, which I'm very happy for. A lot of these only sell for like $15, but I listed it at $29.99. Sold immediately. I think it's because of the keywords I used. Friday the 13th shirt. It is a Camp Crystal Lake, it's almost like a janitor's shirt. Or a mechanic's shirt. It says has a Jason patch. It says Camp Crystal Lake. Just a cool item. Sold for $29.99. I have had a really nice, I think I bought it for like $5 or $10. Wrangler brush popper shirt. Really nice with the thick brush popper material. Had a great design of red and then stripes across. Sold it really quickly. I had an offer for $50 come in and I went, yeah. Levi's jeans. These are black jeans. They're carpenter jeans, sold for $23.51. I had a vintage Harley Davidson sweatshirt, Vallejo, California. Nothing special. I got it cheap, 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 couple bucks. Sold for $44.09. Peter Millar shirt. Peter Millar is not selling as well as it used to. Now, to be honest, none of the golf brands are going to sell as well as they have right now because we're going into fall. Fall and winter golf stuff will not sell as much, just like heavy jackets don't sell as well in spring and summer, right? So this Peter Millar jacket, I think it's just a quarter zip jacket, sold for $29.99. Ariat jeans sold for $17.50. Only paid a couple bucks for those. I had a vintage New York Jets jersey, Wayne Trebe, sold for 40 bucks. I had a pair of those Carhartt double knees. People kept telling me I was crazy. I wasn't going to get what I priced them at. Well, guess what? 3 of them sold almost immediately. I bought 4 in one buy, and 3 of them sold almost immediately. The last pair took about a month and a half to sell. 3 of them sold for $100 to $115, I think, and this 4th one sold for $85. Lucky Brand jeans sold for $24. Lucky Brand jeans aren't selling as well as they used to. I guess it just depends on the model, the style. Vintage Brandon Thomas jacket. Okay, so this jacket, it kind of looks like a offshoot of a Carhartt jacket, one of the Detroit jackets, kind of, but it's blue denim on the outside with the corduroy collar, and it is flannel lined. So this sold for $39.95, which I was happy with. But I'm telling you, it had like 60 watchers. I could not believe it. It had and it only been on for 30 days. Had 60 watchers, maybe more, and it had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of views. So I wasn't going to take a low offer. I think this person offered me a low amount, and I sent back a counter offer of $39.95, and they snatched it up. Same with this thing. I had a vintage trucker jacket, brown button up, kind of looked like a denim jacket, 80s, maybe 90s, but I think 80s, sold for $42.99, sold really quick. Actually sold to the same person. Bravo. They have a good eye, obviously. They are a reseller or have a store or something. Teamster shirt. Okay, so this sold for $23. It's just a normal t-shirt, but it was really cool because on the back has a circle and a slash, and it has a rat inside of it, a graphic of a rat, and it says no rat scabs. Crazy, right? Sold for 23 bucks. That's why I bought it, because I was like, that's a wild shirt when it has a rat with a circle and a slash and it says no rat scabs. Orvis shirt. Orvis is pretty much in the basement as far as sales lately. I'm not sure why. Some people say that it's because they're selling it at outlet stores, but usually that only happens when either a brand stops being popular, people stop buying it, or supply outdoes demand. So, but Orvis I don't sell very well. This was a quarter zip, really nice pullover kind of sweater jacket, sold for 22 bucks. Ralph Lauren women's shirt, it didn't have a pony. It had some sort of little crown or crest, I think. They're sold for $23.50. Just sold a Champion shirt that we've had a long time for 10 bucks. Very happy to get rid of that. Champion stuff as a rule does not sell. If it's Champion and it's a team or it's a school or there's something unusual or it's reverse weave on a sweatshirt or a hoodie, that sells for more. But just normal Champion shirts, they don't sell unless there's something different about them. Like I said, a school or a team or something. And those Bellini red, god awful slip on heels pumps just sold for $10 after we have had them for, I believe we've had them since the eighth day of existence. I think that Eve from Adam and Eve was probably the original owner. Adam probably owned that champion shirt that I just sold. So I'm going to figure out now how to shut this off because I'm not exactly sure. Join us at thebins.net. We are a quick growing marketplace. We have over 15,000 items listed. We're absolutely one of the biggest marketplaces on District, if you've heard of District. And live auctions are coming soon. Keep your fingers crossed for us that we get our business open. We pass our occupancy application. My God, it's a lot of hoops to jump through, let me tell you. So keep your fingers crossed for that. Remember to, if you're on YouTube or wherever else you're watching this, make sure you like the video, subscribe. If you're on district.net, make sure that if you're on thebins.net, make sure that you sign up for our marketplace. And if you want to be a seller, like I said, 5% is the flat listing plus payment processing fees, but 5% listing until October. So get on it. Actually, it's almost October. I'm going to extend it until November. You heard it here first. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later. And remember to buy low and sell high. Make that money.